What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be going over some massive NIO rumors that just got released over this past weekend. These could be some game-changing rumors and deals that NIO could be signing in the near future, specifically after the Chinese New Year. So we're going to go over exactly what this rumor is, all of the players involved, and what the different conclusions that we can draw from these rumors are. We're also going to go over some of these specific options plays that I am going to be getting into for NIO earnings that is coming up in the beginning of March. Now, we've seen NIO absolutely crush delivery numbers month over month, quarter over quarter, year over year. So we could see NIO have a very significant run up in share price before they report their earnings. So before we get into all of that information, if you guys enjoy the information that I provide for you in this video, please go down and smash that like button. It really helps me get this information out to as many people as possible, and it really helps me grow on this platform. It's free for you to do, but it helps me out a whole lot. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video, so you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. So if we go over to the chart of NIO, we can see that it had a significant run up towards the end of last week, but on the last couple of trading days, we did see a small sell-off. So NIO is kind of in a pretty big consolidation period right now. We did see NIO break out from this lower consolidation period right here, broke out, and then come back down. So we're kind of seeing NIO bounce around before we get this true earnings run up. Now, before it's NIO day, we saw a massive run up in share price, and we did see something similar to the price action we are seeing right now. We saw a couple of bounces, but mainly a consolidation period, a run up, a sell off, and then a massive run up into NIO Day, which was a massive event. And then we kind of made a higher low, which in my opinion is a very good sign for NIO. So NIO is going to be reporting their earnings on March 1st, and there are some very specific options plays that I am looking at getting into to play, hopefully, a very significant run-up similar to the one we saw up to NIO Day. So if you guys want to see the exact contracts that I am looking to purchase and all of the different reasons why I am picking the strikes and dates that I am, make sure you stick until the end of this video because that is when we are going to be covering my options plays. So before we get into this big rumor that we got for NIO, we need to identify some of the players that are involved. So one of the players is going to be China Sinopec. So China Petroleum and Chemical Corporation, or Sinopec, is a Chinese oil and gas enterprise based in Beijing. So why would NIO, an electric car maker and battery swap provider, be talking to an oil and gas provider? So if we come over to this article, we can see that oil giant Sinopec chairman visits NIO's battery swap station. So the chairman of fossil fuel energy giant China Petroleum and Chemical Corporation, Sinopec, visited a NIO battery swap station during the Chinese New Year holiday, according to an article posted by NIO Vice President of Power Management on the NIO app on February 14th. So NIO President briefed the Sinopec chairman on the construction and operation of the battery swap station, and they agreed to see each other after the Chinese New Year to work together for the advancement of the industry. Now, this article does not reveal any more details or where the battery swap station was located, but it is worth noting that the station is next to a Sinopec gas station. So let's draw some conclusions from this. It seems like NIO could be partnering up with a massive oil and gas provider to actually offer an electric option at the gas station. So if we come over here, we can actually see that new energy vehicles forecast 20% of sales by 2025. If we scroll down a little bit further, sales of electric plug-in hybrid and hydrogen-powered vehicles in China, the world's biggest auto market, are forecast to rise to 20% of overall new car sales by 2025 from just 5% now. So Sinopec knows this, and if the electric vehicle sales go from 5 to 20%, they are going to lose a lot of money on the sale of their oil and gas. So they need to adapt to the new market conditions, and the way to do this is partnering up with NIO to actually have their battery swap stations available at their gas stations. That would be amazing. That would be similar to Tesla putting charging stations at the Mobil, Shell, or any other gas stations that we have in the United States. This is big news, and it is something that we need to keep on our radar going forward for NIO and Sinopec. So this is big news for NIO, and I think we could see a small or large move off of this news coming into next week. We also have NIO's earnings coming up within the next 2.5 weeks, so it is very possible that we start to see NIO break out of its range and start going a lot higher. So if we come over to NIO's actual delivery numbers and the ones that we need to be looking at for the period that they are going to be reporting their earnings for. So NIO delivered 7,007 vehicles in December 2020, increasing by 121% year over year. That's absolutely amazing. NIO delivered 17,353 vehicles in the 3 months ended December 2020, increasing again over 100% at 111% year over year. In total, NIO delivered 43,728 vehicles in 2020 in total, increasing by 112.6% year over year. So a year or a year and a half ago, NIO was in big trouble and they were almost on the verge of declaring bankruptcy. Now, when they deliver numbers like this and they are actually crushing it throughout 2020 in total, I think we could see either a massive beat in NIO's earnings or they will still meet expectations, but the run up into their earnings and everybody kind of projecting what NIO is going to be doing on their earnings is going to have a massive effect on the share price. And NIO has also received some pretty aggressive price targets. If we come over here, we can see that Morgan Stanley raised NIO's price target to $80 from $33. So if we come over to the NIO option chain, we are going to be looking at the March 19th expiration date for 2021, and we are going to be trying to get some of these strikes at either 80, 85, or 90. Right now, I think the best option is going to be these $80 strikes. Now, if you see that the at the money contracts are about $7.15 to $9.50, so you are looking at a little bit over a triple in your money if NIO were to go to $80 or more by earnings. So that's pretty good for options. It's not the best. Usually I like to find some cheap contracts on the options chain for about 50 cents to $1. So basically what you have to do when you are calculating how much an option would cost is that you take the price that you see on this options chain and multiply it by 100, because one options contract controls 100 shares. So when I say 50 cents to $1, that means $50 to $100 per contract. Usually I like to spend anywhere between $250 to $1,000 on an options trade for earnings. Now it depends on how much conviction I have. So for these NIO plays, since the implied volatility is so high and we could see some massive fluctuations in share price, I would probably get these $80 strikes or 85s. And if I were to get these 80s, I would probably buy 2 of them. If I were to get the 85s, I would probably get maybe 3 or 4. And that's just because I want to be able to limit my losses if NIO does not have a very substantial run-up into their earnings announcement. Options in general are extremely risky, and my philosophy is that you should never put in an amount of money into an options trade that you are not completely okay with expiring worthless. So the money that you would put in would go all the way to zero. That's why I usually trade with between $250 to $1,000 on these types of earnings options trades. So if we come over back to the chart of NIO and we go out to this 3-month point, if you were to buy NIO at some of these lower price points and you were just riding out your share position, I don't think you have anything to worry about. I do think we are going to see some sort of run up in NIO's share price. Like we saw on NIO Day, NIO went from $44 towards the low end all the way up into the $60 range. And now that we've seen such unbelievable delivery numbers from Q4 2020 and the entire year of 2020, and we've also got some amazing updates for Nio Day and some great delivery numbers for January. I think that this price point is very low on Nio, and these little dips are going to be great ones to buy. So that's going to be it for this video on Nio. Again, nothing I say is financial advice. These are for educational purposes only, but if you guys enjoyed the information that I provided for you in this video, make sure you go down and hit that like button. It costs you nothing to do it, and it helps me out a whole lot. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video, so you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. So I hope you guys are having a really profitable day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.